Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am so glad that you're here with me today because today we are discussing my summer sewing plans. And it does not feel like a good day to be talking about summer sewing plans because it is dark and gray and I'm having to use a little bit of artificial lighting, so sorry about that if you can see some shadows in the background. That's what's going on. I did a little shopping session through my stash to see what fabrics would look good with these pieces. So I'm super excited to maybe do some matching of my summer sewing list with some fabrics that I already have because I would love to get my stash a little bit smaller. Also, this video is very kindly sponsored by Ana Luisa. I will be talking about them in just a little bit. Okay, so summer sewing in my mind is making clothes out of vintage sheets, thrifted fabric, floral, flowy, puffy sleeves, ruffles. That is what summer sewing is to me, and it is my favorite type of sewing. If you haven't noticed, I tend to sew a lot of puffy sleeves and ruffles, lots of gathered dresses. As you can see here, I'm currently wearing the Anthea blouse. And I have a few of these planned for this summer and I'm super excited to share them with you. So all of the patterns I'm going to be talking about today are by indie designers. I haven't really taken a look at any of the Big Four stuff that's come out recently. Big Four just means patterns by like McCall's or I can't think of any of the other ones right now, but anyway, the ones you can find in the fabric store, basically, those are Big Four. And I tend to not sew with their patterns as much, although the M7969 is beautiful and I plan to make another one of those. I don't have it on my list right now. I was realizing as I was writing this down is there's a lot of stuff that I want to make again, and I didn't really write that down in this situation unless it was like a hack of the pattern, so it would be pretty different. But anyway, let's get started. So the first dress is the Champagne Field dress by Matchy Matchy Sewing Club. I've never heard of them until this dress came about, so I'm really excited. And it seems like there are two versions, one with ruffly sleeves and then one with that seems more like a puffy cap sleeve, and I love both versions of it. And I think what comes to mind when I see this pattern is flowy, frilly, ruffly, and possibly it would be fun to make like a quilted version because it does have like a panel up here that is supposed to be flat and then it puffs out from there. And I was thinking it would be really cute to maybe do some quilting. I have my quilt back here that I'm working on hanging up. I just need to add on the binding and then it's done and I'm super excited, but I've been using it in the meantime. As you can see, it's a little bit wrinkly and worn in. It's been so much fun to make that, and I would love to incorporate quilting into clothing because I feel like it's a really fun way to use scraps and also just an awesome way to make my pieces a little bit more unique. So for this dress and for most flowy dresses, I tend to gravitate towards gingham. So this is a gingham fabric that I more or less inherited, and I'm thinking that it would be really, really cute for this piece. Just like in general, gingham is such a summer dress vibe. It's very picnic blanket, and so I'm thinking that this will be a really great piece to make this out of. It's like a pretty thin cotton, so it has nice airflow, and I think that it would just be really sweet. I think that it would gather really well, and I don't know if I would do the puffy sleeve version like this, like a more cap sleeve puffy, or like the ruffle sleeve version. I think with this, see, I don't know. I can see myself making multiple iterations of the dress, but anyway, the first one will definitely be out of this beautiful rust red gingham. The next pattern on my list is the Anthea ruffle blouse hack. So this right here that I'm wearing is the Anthea blouse, technically, or the Anthea dress. And I already hacked it to have a gathered ruffle, which you saw in my what I sewed this winter video. I showed like a full length, and I did a sew along for this dress. So if you want to watch that, you can. I'll link it down below in the cards. But Anna Allen, the designer of this, actually put out a tutorial on her website, on her blog, that tells you how to hack it into something completely different. And I seriously love that so much because number one, I don't have to reprint anything. Actually, I might have to reprint a few of the pieces, but it's not like a full reprint and reassemble because a lot of indie patterns come as a PDF form and you sort of tile them together and tape them together, which I've gotten used to. But when you go with like a Big Four pattern, it's actually just like a tissue paper pattern that you can just iron and cut it out in your size and you're all good to go. Unfortunately, that's not the case for indie designs usually, although sometimes they do give you a print shop version, which basically prints out the pattern on a really big piece of paper, which I've done before, and it's very, very expensive to get it printed. I did it and it was like, I think 70 or maybe $100 to get a few of them done, like 3 or 4 patterns. And I don't want to do that ever again. I don't know if I did it wrong, like I asked for the wrong thing, but it was very expensive. This version of the top feels much more feminine. Like this version feels very boxy, but this next version is very feminine. It has a V neckline and it has a ruffle on the neckline, and then there's also 2 variations of the sleeve, and I just think that that's so fun. I love that fun sleeves are trending, and it seems to be a trend that's holding on. I mean, I don't always sew for the trends because I like my clothing to be timeless, but I feel like if I like it, it's timeless in my eyes, you know? So anyway, I'm planning on making another one of those, and when I bought this fabric initially, this is like it's a white cotton with some texture on it. When I found this, I thought this would be perfect for the Anthea blouse. And so maybe I'll make a crisp white version of it in this white fabric. But I think it would also be really cute in like a cute floral, like a calico or something like that. I don't have a ton of calico in my stash, but I'd like to get through more of my stash before I go out and buy more. So I think I'm going to make it with this white cotton. As I said earlier, I'm really wanting to incorporate more quilting into clothing, and I was super, super inspired by Sew Liberated. They have a beautiful tutorial on their blog of a quilted vest type of garment, and these are so cool because they're super versatile. Like I could wear it with my dress right now and it would be so freaking cute. I just love the idea of layering pieces together, and I have a few different layering things on this list, so I'm super excited. But the first one is the Hinterland vest, which is a hack of the Hinterland dress. So the Hinterland dress was really popular, I'd say maybe 3 years ago, and I bought the pattern, but I have never made it, which is so disappointing. I'm disappointed in myself, but I really want to make it. It's a super classic like tank top style ruffle dress, or not ruffle, it's a tank top style button up gathered skirt dress. That's all the descriptive words that I can think of for it. But it's really cute and it's very simple, and I think that it would be a really nice garment to make because I can make it more fitted without having to do a zipper, because I don't like working with zippers. It's not the worst thing in the world, but I just prefer not to have them. But now that I'm much more comfortable with like button closures like this one, I feel like the Hinterland dress is much more approachable. It has a lot of buttons, and I think that's why I've avoided it for so long, but my machine is like a beast with buttonholes, so I feel much more confident about tackling that project now. And I already have the patterns, so I bought it a long time ago. It's like a gift from past me. So anyway, I plan on using the Hinterland pattern pieces and their blog to make the quilted vest version, and then eventually I would really like to make an actual dress. And for that, I think that this would be the perfect fabric. It is a linen mustard grid pattern, and it is so beautiful. It's so soft. Seriously, it's like the softest fabric ever. And I hope that I would have enough to make a Hinterland dress with this. I think it'd be so beautiful. And then as far as the quilted top, I would just use scraps and stuff like that to make up the pieces. And then, yeah, put it together and do some hand quilting on it. I think that'd be so cute. But yeah, this would be an adorable Hinterland dress, or just like a simple dress, because the fabric honestly speaks for itself. And I think that this definitely would do better with a pattern with like straight lines, no ruffles. Yeah, gathered skirt for sure, because I love gathered skirts, but I feel like it would not mesh well with something that was like super, super girly and ruffly and puffy. Okay, let's take a brief pause to talk about today's sponsor, Ana Luisa. Ana Luisa is my favorite place to buy jewelry, and they are a New York-based sustainable jewelry company. They create all of their pieces out of recycled metals, and they focus mostly on gold. So you'll see lots of gold pieces, but there are a few pieces that are silver as well. Ana Luisa makes their pieces in small batches, which is really awesome because number one, they're reducing a lot of waste, and number two, there's new designs all the time. And actually, speaking of waste, Ana Luisa is a water neutral and certified carbon neutral company, which is so awesome. I love when companies care about the environment and actually truly do care about the environment. Like, they're not just saying that so that you trust them. Ana Luisa actually does, and they have these certifications to prove it. So in honor of Mother's Day, Ana Luisa is doing a buy one, get one 40% off sale, which is really awesome because you can treat yourself, you can treat your mom, and enjoy the beautiful jewelry to your heart's content. Okay, so this first piece is the Vinta oval necklace, and it is 14 karat gold on recycled sterling silver and mother of pearl pearl. It is so beautiful. I love how simple it is. And then super fun, they also have a similar design in a circle. So again, this one is 14 karat gold on recycled sterling silver and mother of pearl. And I really love that these are like matching kind of. So I'm gonna ask my mom which one she prefers and then send it to her. And then another one, which is super cute and super simple, is the Burt necklace. So these are just some gold circles, and this is 14 karat gold on recycled sterling silver. Every piece from Ana Luisa is so beautiful and goes together so well. I just love how every piece feels super timeless. And you guys, I have been thinking about what I can do with these beautiful pouches that the jewelry comes in, and these are the perfect size for a traveling sewing kit. And I have a lot of these around, and I think that I'm going to like make sewing kits for my friends and send it to them. And also this one's a little bit bigger. Sometimes they come in a bigger pouch, and they would just be so perfect for like, this would be a great little wallet actually, like a little travel like coin purse or something. But anyway, I just love these so much, and I've been thinking for so long, what can I do with them? And I finally cracked the code. So anyway, if you're interested in checking out Ana Luisa, definitely click the link down below so they know that I sent you. And treat yourself, treat your mama, get that buy one, get one 40% off deal. And yeah, hope you enjoy. So in the realm of girly frilly clothes, I have the next item, which is the Antoinette shirt by Isa in Stitches. So this one is really beautiful. It's a sort of puffy sleeve, big collar shirt, and the big collar has a layer of ruffles on it, which I just think is so cute. One of my favorite YouTubers, Janelle, who owns Rosary Apparel and the YouTube channel Rosary Apparel, she actually just made a vintage pattern that was a big collar, and I absolutely loved it. I've been looking for that pattern ever since she posted that video, and I have not been able to find it. So maybe I'll have to self-draft something, but in any case, the Antoinette shirt definitely fills that void for me. I think I need to make it first, but I think that it would be really cute in, I mean, I picked out this fabric right here. This is like it's not exactly calico, but it's like a garden print. So there's different like garden herbs, and I think it would be so cute. I have a lot of this, so I could definitely make multiple things, but it's just like a cotton fabric, and I don't know, I think it'd be pretty cute for this, or maybe like the Antoinette blouse would be really sweet, just in a plain linen fabric, like maybe like a blush pink, like similar to this, but maybe I'll do a different color, maybe like a blush purple or something like that. But anyway, maybe this would be better for like the champagne field dress. I don't know, I really love it and I want to use it. I just can't figure out what exactly to use it for. But the Antoinette blouse feels a little bit more elevated, like it feels very adult. And so I want to pair it with, yeah, a fabric that feels also very sophisticated and grown up. I mean, this white cotton might be a really good option for that, because I feel like these little like fabric details would look really cute on the ruffles. So maybe I'll make that one in white. Okay, the next one is the steel pinafore, and that one is by LB Textiles. A pinafore is basically like an overall dress. If I really simplify it, like it has like deep armpits usually, and it's meant to be a layering piece. So you're not really supposed to wear a pinafore by itself. I'm pretty certain, at least. Everyone who I've ever seen wear one does not wear it by itself. So with that being said, I have a lot of shirts that are loud fabrics. So I think for something like that, I would want something a little bit more muted, like maybe a cream or an oatmeal, probably more oatmeal linen. And I have a inspo photo that has theirs in like a tan oatmeal-y color. And I really like that. So yeah, I need to be out on the hunt for like some really good warm toned oatmeal linens. I don't know, if you guys have a place where you buy linen and you really like them, let me know down below, because I like linen a lot, but sometimes I buy it and it feels almost crunchy. Like linen like this feels very soft, and I would want to wear this like all the time, but sometimes it just feels too stiff. And so I think like the ounces is too high, because linen for some reason is measured in ounces. I think that's just like the weight of the fabric or something. That would make sense, right? Anyway, so I think that I might just be buying like too high of weight linen sometimes, because like this linen right here feels absolutely perfect. It's very soft, and I completely forgot where I bought it. I need to go back on my Instagram and find where I bought it, because I think I posted about it on my sewing Instagram, which if you're not already, you should definitely follow my sewing Instagram, because I share a lot of progress photos and progress videos and things like that. The next one is the Harleen overalls by Merchant and Mills. So last year I made a pair of overalls that were the Yanta overalls by Helen's Closet, and I really like them. I wear them all the time now. However, I would like overalls with a bit more structure. So I like the idea of making another pair of denim overalls because honestly, you can never have too many. I love overalls so much, but also I thought it would be really cool to make overalls out of this fabric, and maybe this would be better for like coveralls, which I do have a possible pattern for. But anyway, this is a really cute fabric that my friend actually bought for me. We did a little fabric exchange and she really loves prints. So she got me this and this, among others. I think there's a few others that she got me. But anyway, and I really want to use it, but I feel so much pressure because it was a gift and I want to use it on the right thing. So I feel like for these overalls, it would be better to use denim or like corduroy, but probably denim because corduroy would be way too hot in the summertime. Anyway, I just have a lot to think about, but I am definitely going to make the Harleen overalls. And I bought some overall hardware from Kylie and the Machine a while ago, and it's really beautiful. It's a copper color. I find that copper and like just warm tones in general look really good with my skin, and I just think that these are so beautiful, so I'm excited to use them. So I think that's gonna be all for my sewing plans this summer. I have my work cut out for me, and it's gonna be a very busy summer. I don't know when I'm gonna have time to make any of this, but I'm very excited nonetheless. Like, I'm super, super stoked about summer sewing. I always have been. I try to stretch out my summer sewing season as long as possible, but I am going out of town for a couple of weeks at the beginning of May, and I'm gonna take my machine in to get serviced during that time so that I don't have to be without it while I'm home, because it does need to get serviced really bad and I've been putting it off. But then I realized I'm going out of town, I can just do it then, right? If you're not already following my sewing Instagram, definitely give it a follow so that you can see what I'm working on live. And I think that's all I have to say. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!